Yo, you already know who it is. What's going on, people? It's your boy Sasha Rock. Another episode of Regular Cat Konvo, Goat Squad edition. Y'all know what it is. D Skinner was good, bro. Head of steak, salute, my G, was good. Still talking about that convo we had this week, bro. Appreciate you. Tonight we're gonna be celebrating one of my crew members. Salute to the Goat Squad. My man Sosoon right here. Oh yeah. Hope everybody's enjoying their day. Black Friday. Hope everybody enjoyed their Thanksgiving. Enjoy some good food. What up, cuz? My man Sosoon join. How y'all doing out there today, man? Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. Chill B was good. You stay with me, man. I appreciate it. You stay tuning in. I see you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Salute. My man Sosoon. King Virtue. Yes, sir. Salute to my Goat Squad. We gonna be in here. You know how we do. Yeah. Yeah. Yo, I'm sorry, yo. You know how I do. Get with the music. My man Sosoon gonna be in here with us in a little bit. Until then, we rock with his music. Yo, we need this in the club. Yo, wait till we get this music in the clubs, man. I'm talking like I be out there, word. Mike Hoffa, salute my G. Goat Squad in here. Yo, send the live out to your peoples, man. Let them know we in here, alright? It's Friday night. They ain't in the bar yet. Ain't nobody go out yet. My brother E was good. My bro since day one from A1, you know? Yeah. Molly, what's up? Thanks for joining us on a Friday. I appreciate you, you know? We got some fun. We're gonna have my man, my brother, Sosoon here tonight.
It was all said and done. You just realized it wasn't the best thing for you.
Yeah.
If you fit into this category, then you can feel where I'm going with this.
Yeah. Molly, rock with us this Friday. Sosoon. Tell me what y'all think of the music, man. Friday night, what y'all getting into? Y'all out there Black Friday shopping this morning? I hope not. Love this joint right here. Yo, Derek, this my man Sosoon. He gonna be in here in a minute. Shout out to my brother, my partner in crime, DJ. Oh, my joint. Molly, you ahead of everything, word. You on vacation, ain't done Christmas shopping? Yo, E, thanks for joining us from work, bro. Yeah. My brother Sosoon gonna be here in a minute. Let your people know about the live. Yeah. Talk to him. We got some phone, my brother Sosoon tonight in the building. Yeah. Hope everybody's getting ready to have a good day, good night. If you go out, be safe, please. What am I supposed to do? Yeah, cuz that highway music, right? Just cruising, huh? What am I supposed to do? Close to you. LJ Moore, my brother, was good, my G. Thanks for joining me on a Friday night. We got my boy Sosoon coming through. Ghost Squad representative. This is joint right here. It's called Forbidden Fruit. Love is good. Yeah. Yeah. Off the album, The Bandwagon, Director's Cut. Don't flip the subject. Good to speak of it. So kick it. Hear that beat? Talk. What am I supposed to do? Word, what's everybody doing this Friday afternoon or Friday night? I keep forgetting what's going on. What am I supposed to do? My bro Sosoon to be here in a minute. But I don't think nobody minded rocking out to his music. This is what I say, get to know the Ghost Squad, alright? Shout out to my bro, Eat a Mad Assassin. What's good, my G? Happy holidays to you, my bro. Happy holidays to everybody there, man. It's a Friday night. Y'all here rocking with me tonight. I appreciate it. It's a Ghost Squad edition. We're gonna have my bro Sosoon here in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Real quick, these sessions here, these Friday sessions, I do these here because the crew I'm down with, the Goat Squad, is a group of talented, dope artists. There's MCs, producers of every sort, and what we're doing is trying to get ourselves out there, get them known, you know what I'm saying? Let everybody know who we are, what we rock with. Salute to Troop 201, thanks for joining us, you know? So, you know, every Friday I dedicate the show to my Goat Squad. We're going to introduce y'all to one of them each week. Last week we had the head of the squad, my bro True Words. You know what I mean? He gave us his time last week, you know what I'm saying? And I'm glad he did that, you know? This week we got my brother Sosoon, you know what I mean? And, you know, we're going to talk to him, let y'all know what he about. You know, I appreciate it. It's a Friday night. Hope everybody either did their shopping already or not doing it tonight because it's crazy out there, you know. Let's be safe. Let's be chill. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, we're going to rock out to a little bit more of my brother Sosoon's joints, all right? So we just wait for him to get here. But E, the Mad Assassin, if y'all don't know about him, that's somebody you definitely want to chat. We're going to be having a conversation hopefully in the near future. Sosoon.
For me and you, grab you some wine, so it ends to lose. You look fine, enjoy in your blues. Take away a Pepsi for me.
This off the Sony Quarantine joint. Produced by our brother Sosoon. Pause. King Virtue. See, that's how we used to use pause in my day. You say something wrong, you had to correct it. Wasn't none of that other stuff. In our fucking groove. Oh. Hey. I wanna beat the beat up the fuck boy. Yo, Virtue, you stupid for this, bro. I wanna beat the beat up the fuck boy. My man King Virtue is in the room right here. He produced this track. Ghost Squad representative. Ooh. What y'all drinking tonight, man? It's Friday. We got this type of music on. Come on.
This that quarantine cocktail.
Stop it.
You go spend that check on some new checks or invest in that. Well, your baby mama in my DM sending me eggplant emojis and crotch shots. I call that hotmail. I might draw our body to speak. If I do, as I'm looking for you, my nigga not well. Hit it, then I hit it with some leftover oxtail.
Let's go.
You at home by your damn self like you need it. If I rock the boat like a lead, you gon' be seasick. Drowning in the Rona.
Yo, my man be riding tracks, B.
Like Sabrina with Idris. Okay, shit. Rethink and read this. The beat bit. Talking mad shit like my shot ain't on Jesus.
Ooh.
Word my pedal first to catch a ball sleeping. Think about the senses. Greetings.
Come on.
Batteries in your stocking. You produce all of a sudden. It's decent. Let's get it poppin'.
Woo.
Mics for charity. Ready watching the stat.
Yo, what up, cuz? My cousin in the building.
It's obvious I'm toxic, but not sick. I need a fork.
I need a. I wanna beat the beat up the fuck boy. Cuz merch's coming, man. Don't come in here talking that junk, cuz. Hit me up, man. You know we ran into some snags. We rocking tonight. We got my brother Sosoon. He coming through. Nah, yo, cuz Fridays we dedicate to my crew, the Ghost Squad. So I'm still doing the one early in the week. You know what I'm saying? And also what I'm doing, I'm gonna pause that real quick. So what I'm doing, cuz I know you missed it, I'm still doing the episodes in the beginning of the week, normally Wednesdays or whenever the artist is available. And Fridays is going to be dedicated to the GOAT Squad, the crew I rock with. So we're going to be introducing one of them each week. You know what I'm saying? You know, so right now, tonight, we got my brother Sosoon coming through. Virtue, he's describing Sosoon. You know what I'm saying? I'll let them talk about, you know, their relationship as far as working together and everything else. But like he said, he does it all. Commercial, conscious, boom, bap. Yo, I mean, I'm showing y'all everything, his versatility with the music. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be in here in a moment. I spoke to him earlier, so there's no worries. You know what I'm saying? So until then, we're going to get into some more of his music. Shout out to my GOAT Squad. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. This is off that Sony Quarantine joint. Yo, cuz, I'ma holler at you, man. Love you, bro. You know what I mean? We gotta get up.
The usual suspects upset by something. Takes it over regular to gain a little comfort. Usually you're there in the Lucy, but shit is different. It's a celebration. Niggas just got their stimulus.
Man.
Niggas talking about who they fucking when this is over. Some niggas don't give a fuck if they get corona.
I gotta listen to my man.
Checks on leather, the hoods and Nike commercial. Quarantine 19, let's food for the killers in the concrete. Jungles is pigs versus gorillas. McGill daddy, tap your side pockets like billions. But Poppy ain't no snitch, that's word to Thomas Miller. The silence will make you feel death. The spirits will make you feel right.
Word. Yo, Virtue, see where the squad at. See where the GOAT Squad at. Get them in here, man. This our night. We supposed to be here. Word.
I'm trying to get high. Niggas that fuck the pandemic. We going outside, side, side, side. Can't give it if I don't get it. I'm trying to get high. They said, Bobby, you bugging. Bobby, you're struggling. He said, this shit is nothing. Bobby on something. He on some kind of substance outside his rehab. He recovered. Shit is depressing. Leave it to Trump. We gon' be dead. He is a chump. Wish he ingest like sore through a pump.
Word.
These crackers protesting. I can't suppress this feeling. I'm getting at this.
Let's go.
Used against the poor, a form of chemical warfare. Is this a conspiracy or voter suppression? Looking out the window, watching the devilish. Pontificate about rhetorical rhetoric. Knee deep in that old English medicine. Cops come, they don't flinch, no medicine. Store veterans, one from store nemesis. The government important, they're electing them. The last thing that they want is more reverence. But that don't mean that
Word.
shouldn't let them in. Fuck the pandemic, we going outside. Can't give it if I don't get it. I'm trying to get high.
Love this joint right here.
We going outside. Can't give it if I don't get it.
Word.
I'm trying to get high. Telling someone sick inside is satanic. Demons on your roof makes who in panic. Wonder what's inside the mind of
Sosoon gonna be here in a minute. True Words was good, bro. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. J Vengeance, salute my G. We waiting for Sosoon. He gonna be in here in a minute. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Jay. Good looking, my G. Yours truly's in the building. Okay. This is what I'm talking about. This is our night, B. This is Ghost Squad night. We support our own, word. Loretta, what's good, my G? Salute. Yeah. We're gonna have some fun tonight. It's Ghost Squad night, Friday. Sosoon will be in here in a minute. I love when I see my squad coming through. Like I said, this is our night. You know what I'm saying? We rock for ours, you know? I'm gonna hold off on that. I'm gonna hold that, man. I'm gonna hold that. I can't let that fly yet. I gotta wait till my brother's head for that one, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pause the music real quick. You know what I'm saying? I'd like to thank everybody who's joining us tonight. Your boy Sasha Rock, aka the Regular Cat. You know, and we are here with the Ghost Squad edition of the Regular Cat Konvo. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my squad who's joining us here. Tonight we're going to be celebrating my boy Sosoon. Going to be talking to him, letting everybody know about his music, about his background. You know what I'm saying? Last week, we had the head of the squad. Salute to my brother True Words. Blessed us with some time. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We want that Friday feeling. This is our night, B. You know what I'm saying? It's our job. Because we want everybody to know about our squad. It's our job to let them know. You know what I'm saying? It's our job to bring them here, you know? So we're going to be rocking like that. Every Friday, we will be introducing another member of the squad so that y'all get familiar. Y'all see the hashtag. You're gonna start seeing it. Get to know the Ghost Squad. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. Y'all going to know us because I promise y'all going to want to be down with us. You know what I'm saying? You're going to want to follow it, see the movement, see the growth. See the versatility of the dope artists we have here. MCs, singers, DJs, everything. J Vengeance, you ain't lying. Sosoon is a motherfucking beast. But so is the whole squad. Let me tell you. Jay, you get busy too, my G. You know what I'm saying? I haven't directly reached everybody yet. My lady Jess just came in the building. Listen, everybody's... Let's give a shout out to my lady Jess. She's upstairs rocking with us this Friday night with my son Noah upstairs too. He getting his game on, but everybody shout out my lady Jess. Salute. You know, I appreciate it. Love you. You know. But Ghost Squad Fridays is gonna be some fun, you know what I'm saying? we all gonna be bringing our talents to y'all. We have different ways to get it to y'all, and this is what it's gonna be about. My brother Sosoon is gonna be here in a minute. You know what I'm saying? But you know, one thing about the Goat Squad, we there's music forever. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like we're gonna run out of joints for us. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Jay Vengeance, I appreciate you, G. That's what's up. That's everything right there. You know, that's the queen and the regular cat of what we have here. You know? Yours truly appreciate it. True words. My squad, this is what squad love is. You know what I'm saying? You know, so listen, man. We're gonna be bringing a whole lot to everybody. Everybody's gonna get to know the squad, know what we about. It's gonna be so dope, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just loving doing my part. I love bringing this talent to everybody's ears. That's why we have Regular Cat Radio. That's why we have the Regular Cat Konvo, the website. Listen, we gonna be there. We gonna be in your face. We gonna be in your ears. Y'all gonna be hitting the replay on everything y'all hear, Goat Squad. I promise you. You know what I'm saying? Let's do this. Let's do this. Come on. Yo. I appreciate y'all, bro. Listen. Y'all brought me in, and I'm so thankful. This is what it's about. Come on. Karen, thanks for joining us. Listen, everybody, it's my best friend in the world. Everybody give my girl KK523 some love. Over 25 years of love. I love you so much. This is one of my best friend. Karen, this is the Goat Squad edition. Thanks for joining me tonight. Yeah. Sit with the Sosoon. Sit with the pain. Sit with it. Sit with it. Sit with it. Yo, man. Where my brother at, man? Come on, so. Kid, you always get me with that. My brother in the building. Yeah. Alright. You ain't home yet, bro? Alright, look, ain't no thing. Listen, we got the music, bro. Tricky. Salute, B. We having fun with my boy Sosoon music. Talk to him. Just. Woo! Just. It's Tricky Hayes' fault. Word so look at that like that. Throw the dish on him. Yo, this is a beat bodying machine, this brother here. Listen, one thing I love doing with my squad is going through everybody's library and catalog. Listen, like I told y'all, real quick, I'm gonna pause this. Sosoon will be here shortly, but to my squad, I'm gonna keep it real. You know what y'all do. We got Regular Cat Radio for us, you know what I'm saying? For real hip hop, for everything that's real hip hop and dope, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, we're in regular rotation on this station. So even if we don't have DJ Unbreakable set rocking, tune in when you just want to hear some tunes, man. You might be hearing yourself on there. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. That's what I told y'all. Hoffa's been here, Jay. He's been here from the jump. I don't know if he dipped in and out, but he was here early, you know? But Regular Cat Radio is us. It's ours. You know what I'm saying? I understand what it is to get us on these other stations to be heard. That's absolutely the move. You know what I'm saying? But drive those listeners, those ones that we know love our music, drive them there. Drive them to Regular Cat Radio because, yeah, It's regular cat radio, but we have Ghost Squad throughout the day. You understand what I'm saying? You can mess around here, Jay-Z joint, then hear a yours truly joint right after. Next thing you know, you can hear EPMD, and then hear Sosoon, followed by, you know what I'm saying, Snoop Dogg. Next thing you know, you got True Words. We're mixed it because our music doesn't always have to be separate. We're MCs, right? You know what I'm saying? We're musicians, right? We're artists. You know what I'm saying? This station is ours, and it's up to all of us. It's really my job because this is my contribution. But it's really up to all of us to get it popping. I'm going to take a real pause off that because my brother just joined us, my man DJ Cool B. Salute my G. Once again, I want to send out that true apology to you. I did it last episode. For y'all that don't know, my brother Cool B, he and I, we've been boys since I've been in this music, since I was in New York. You know what I'm saying? We worked together. That's how we got down. You know what I'm saying? He submitted some dope sets for me for the station. It's supposed to rock Saturday. I promoted it right. You know what I mean? We had a technical issue on the station. That was on me. You know what I'm saying? I accept that, and I apologize, G. Real talk. As a man, as a friend, as a stand-up dude that you are, thanks for understanding, bro. You had a right to voice how you felt. I take that, B, because, you know what I'm saying, accidents happen, but it shouldn't have happened the way it did. You know what I mean? I own that. I'm glad you still rock with me, G. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? So salute to you, my G. Ghost Squad all day. My brother Sosoon, he on his Peter Park. Nah, he on his Daredevil-ish right now. And I'll let y'all know, y'all put it together when I say he on his Daredevil-ish. You know what I'm saying? He'll probably talk to us about it when he's on here. You know what I'm saying? But real talk, yo, it's a Friday night. It is the Ghost Squad edition. This is the Regular Cat Konvo. You rock with your boy Sash Rock, a.k.a. the Regular Cat. You know what I'm saying? My boy's going to be here soon. But we got music for y'all, too. That's what we about, right? We make music. Oh, let's get it. Let's get it. Oh, where we at, B? Yo. Y'all can't hear you. There we go. Yeah.
What up? We in here.
G was up. You was 100 miles and running?
We almost. Wait. I want to confirm. We were scheduled for 8 o'clock, right?
Now 7:30.
Oh, why
No problem.
he lie to me? Tricky
No.
told me it was 8 o'clock. I swear it was his fault.
Yo, it ain't no problem, B. Your music held us down, G. It was no problem, B. You know what I'm saying? But yo, let me give you the intro. Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, for y'all who don't know who this dude is, this is a man of many faces, a man of many flows, many substance-filled bars, you know what I'm saying? Many talents, yo. My G, Ghost Squad representative, the official, the one and only Soon. I'm about to have some sound effects soon, you know what I mean? Woo! All that, you know, we're going to bring it in right. Yo, my G, thanks for being here tonight, bro.
Thanks for having me. I'm sorry I'm Tricky till 7:30.
Yo, you know what? I texted you early too, and I should have just threw the time in. I said, yo, we good for later, word?
Yeah.
I was in and out with it.
Now I had me. I explained it, but I wouldn't have really
The sound's in and out, B.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's cutting in. We gotta hear this interview, bro. Say something now. I ain't learned that lip reading joint. I ain't get that yet. I failed that class. If I had it, I would have failed it. Yo, my man getting it right for us, yo. He gonna jump back in. Gun, salute, my G. Yo, all the Ghost Squad, let's find that gold emoji. You gonna make that rock, man. That's what we gonna be doing. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Marcel Music, thanks for joining us. If I pronounce it wrong, I apologize. Check me, correct me. I'm all about that, you know? But whoa, we got my brother Sosoon. He's gonna be jumping back in. Yo, let me know if y'all can hear me, though, all right? I know Sosoon's having a problem with his sound. But let me know if y'all can hear me, all right? Somebody give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, you know? But until then, Sosoon's gonna be jumping back in. Sean Elliott was good. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, his son was in and out. Word. That's when he gonna jump back in. You know what I'm saying? DJ, good looking, y'all. My partner and everything, regular cat, my brother DJ, he stay here. Yeah, Sean Elliott, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? This is the Ghost Squad edition of the regular cat Konvo. You know what I'm saying? We will be bringing a member of the squad here every Friday. We got my brother Sosoon. You know he loves the dramatics. You know what I'm saying? Unbreakable. Salute. Once again, great job with that mix. And that joint, that closer joint, if I got the wrong name to it, I'm sorry, but that, sweet baby, that's my joint right there, you know what I'm saying? And you got busy on that. So salute to you too. Like I said, the Ghost Squad is full of many talents, man. Yo, I'm a fan of my squad. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? You ain't a fan of your squad, I can't expect somebody else to be, you know what I'm saying? That's absolutely the truth. You know what I'm saying? Yo, man. Tag Uriton, I hope I pronounced it right. You know what I'm saying? Mike L, music pronounced Mike L. Thank you. And you know what? That's why I'm all about getting corrections. We got my brother Sosoon back. You gonna get this right? Oh man. Let's go. Let's go, Sosoon. Where you at, bro? You in your dramatic entrance. That's I told you. Yo, I don't know if we frozen or not. Don't get me messed up today, man. Yo, where's your sound at? You got the drink and left the sound in the fridge?
Yep, sure did.
We back.
My
Yo, so ladies and gentlemen, my brother Sosoon, thanks for being here with us tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? Mike L, salute, G. You know. So what's up, man? How you doing today, Joe?
I'm good. I apologize. I pay a lot of money for internet and Wi-Fi, and that seems to let me down. So I apologize. Can you hear me clear now?
Yeah, we good. Before you was every other word was choppy. I would have had to fix I need to edit, you know.
Right.
But yeah, everybody letting us know you here, you in the building, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for being here with us, B.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? So thank you, man. It's dope, man, to have a member of my squad. Like I said, I want to make sure we dedicate this to us. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, everybody's taking a Friday to rock with us. You know, Goat Squad in the building. You know, and Sosoon, man, let's talk to you, bro. Before we go into it, tell them how you got the name, though, man.
I wish I had a great, compelling story about how some legend or some OG gave, but I gave myself my name. I came out the gate with the name J Skills. I just was like J, the first initial of my given name, and Skills with a Z to try to make it feel hip hop. And that was
Right.
I entered college in 2000. I was going to open mics and places and spaces and finding a lot of people with different versions of skills,
Mm.
different iterations of skills, AI skills, Lord skills. I've even ran into another J skills. Funny enough, one of my producers, who is my longest relationship with a producer that I met at college. His name was Ill Skills, spelled with a Z. And you could find yourself beefing about that, but that's dumb because, like many have said, no idea is original. And
Exactly.
it as like universal connection. You know what I'm saying? We was like, oh, you got skills in your name and I got J, and yours is starts with I and mine starts with J, which is the letter after I in the alphabet. This was meant to happen, and because of his production, I've it's a huge part of why I've grown to be the artist I am. But it just was generic. It was just too easy to run into people with skills in their name, and so after a couple of years of that, I wanted to change it. And I'm a huge fan of acronyms. If you look at my solo catalog, you see how many projects are named with acronyms. And
Word.
just started messing around with different moderations of something out of nothing, sound of, because I was thinking about like what hip hop music represents, and it is this notion of the sounds of something out of nothing. Like folks didn't have anything, you know what I'm saying? And they figured to make something in spite of that. They created a whole new genre out of like necessity, out of not having resources. And so I wanted my name to reflect that. And so the name Sosoon is an acronym for sound of something out of nothing.
Salute, man. I appreciate that, man. And we're gonna get into this because from that first answer, if you don't know about Sosoon, one thing you're gonna hear is an educated brother. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I hold in high regards for you, man. And I have a lot of respect for. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
You know, so nah, that's you. That's you did that, bro. That wasn't me.
Can I
What you about to say?
I was pushing for 8 o'clock, and so I was rushing, but I'm 30 minutes late. That's on me. I say this to say that, like, I have a bottle, one third of a bottle, one fifth of a bottle of Bullet, and I didn't have time to get a glass. And so, if you see me doing this, I don't want people to think that I'm a wino. Like, I ahead, my partner's probably on. She'll probably bring me a glass, and I don't need her to, but she'll probably hear me not have my man look out here looking crazy. So, but if y'all see me drinking from the flat, it is my birthday weekend. I just want to point that out.
Absolutely, and we know that. We see that's why you get in the past, bro. So none of you listen. You got no excuses to make birthday weekend start probably like on Wednesdays. To some people, you know what I mean? It's Friday night, babe.
No, I just
Word.
I drank this all in one day. I'm not that good. I'm not that professional of a drinker.
Nah. Oh, word. Your partner, she's in here. Salute. She said she's on it for the drink. All right, word. I appreciate that. Thanks for joining us, you know. But yo, let's get into your history, bro. Let's go back to when you first started writing, man. Like, or rapping. Yo, this dude, man. You got drink champs on Friday. This is regular cat radio.
Give me like yeah, a lot of your interviews have had fun moments and all that. I'm just like I'm happy to be understand how happy I am. Like I know we're squad, but like I'm really happy and thankful to even just be on this platform with you. And I see a lot of my peoples in here just because I'm not shouting y'all. Don't think I don't see y'all. So I'm just happy to be here. So if a lot of my silliness comes out, just bear with me. But I'm here.
Nah, but all right. So before we get into like when you first started writing, I'm gonna talk about the first time we had a conversation. It was all of us on the Zoom, Ghost Squad Zoom. And your silliness came out right away, and I was just like, "Yo, I didn't hear your music yet, but I was hearing you. I was like, yo, this dude is mad funny, quirky, and all that." And then I hear your music. I'm like, "Yo, what? Like, it's two different people. Like, you step out of yourself, man.
Yeah,
It's fire. I love that though."
that's me.
Yeah. So let's talk about it, man. What got you into writing? Like, what was that?
It's actually relevant to like you. Okay, I'm silly in
Truly.
myself and like I think I'm a talented artist. I've been doing this for long enough. I think I can say that without it sounding cocky, but just feeling like I know I'm really good at what I do. I put a lot of time and effort in it. But I was a sheltered only child growing up. Only child to my mother. I have an older half brother, but we weren't really raised close. King Virtue, who's in here, who is
Mm-hmm.
cousin, uncle, and brother all in one, has been
So,
more of a brother to me than my actual brother. But because I was so sheltered, I spent a lot of time in my bedroom listening to hip hop growing up, Hot 97 in particular, 107 and BL and Kiss when they were still playing hip hop.
I know that time, bro.
The era, you know the era. We're not from too far away from each other.
Nah, not at all.
And I just one day decided to like take a crack at writing it, like writing what I was listening to. And then like so in eighth grade, this is the story I always tell. I told it in my thesis when I graduated from college. In eighth grade, I was in private school for 3 years, sixth to eighth grade. And the music teacher had a difficult time like keeping us occupied and focused. And one of the more outgoing classmates of mine, this dude Chris, he suggested to the teacher to let us have a freestyle competition in class. And so
Word.
I went with it. And over the series of maybe 2 or 3 weeks, it was only like maybe four of us who entered. And I won, I think, part because of talent and part because like the element of surprise. I like to call it the pool shark theory.
Yeah, yeah.
Years knew that I even was thinking about rap. So I think that helped me get the win. I actually had a trophy, but I lost it in storage, not paying storage many years ago, but I have the memory for it. And then in
Word.
grade, I had an assignment in music class where we were supposed to identify a song from a music era that the teacher pre selected for us, like by straw, like drawing straws, whatever. And I got the 90s. And so I don't know, because I wasn't like necessarily an outgoing student, but I asked the teacher, would he be willing to let me do my own song? And he said, yes. So I wrote and recorded my own song using like the tape decks in my crib. Like some
I know those times.
how I did it, but somehow I figured that out. Um, the sound system I had, and I figured that out. It had a mic on it, whatever, whatever. And
Absolutely.
right, and I recorded a song called Supreme Lyricism. That was the first full song I'd written.
Mm.
Have it. I still have the paper for it to this day. And then from there, I joined my first group sometime in 11th grade, and then, but like we recorded the album, put it out. It went double wood in the hood, but and 2000, that was when I first got the opportunity to perform, and and then the final part that I'll say to the story is that I thought I was gonna go to school for journalism, but when I took intro to journalism in like sophomore year, and on day one, the professor said that the definition of journalism is reporting news in an objective manner. I was like, oh well, I'm reading the Source magazine, and Benzino has a stronghold over it, so there's nothing but bias there. I'm watching the news, and I didn't have a critical analysis at that time, but I could see that the news was starting to skew towards different beliefs. And I was like, okay, well, if the actual journalism mediums are not being objective, fuck,
Right.
continue to rap and tell stories in this. And that's what really inspired me to do it. But it was really being an only child, having that time to be with my imagination and to like, do that kind of stuff. So that's really what started it. And all those other things I pointed out were just the kind of like steps in the ladder.
Right.
That moment by freshman year, I was like, yeah, I want to do this. I don't know that I knew I wanted to do it professionally. I didn't have any sense of what the big picture was, but I just knew that was something that I wanted to do and continue to grow with.
Right. That's what's up, man. And so you started writing kind of what some people, you know what the crazy thing is, there's no late, early time to start writing, because I know people that write since they were young, like in elementary school. You have people that picked it up late. You have people that pick it up when they doing different things. It's not when, it's just that when you were ready to show that talent and that skill. You know what I'm saying? And with you, when it kind of manifested, it was that way. So, got to tell me, how many was it a transition to get to where you were now? Because growth, I hear growth in your music already, but what was growing for you? Was it like getting comfortable with flow, or was it writing, substance?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I love that. Before you go, that's my job. If I don't hear that once every episode, I didn't do it right. You know what I mean? So, salute. Thank you, bro.
What? I've never been asked that. Like usually that question gets asked in the form of what is your go-to like weapon, but I've never
Mhm.
like what evolution for me. So my first album, and it's great that King Virtual's in here because I love and hate him for what I'm about to tell y'all. But I was recording my first project in I think I started in maybe '03 or '04 and maybe finished it around '05. It was
Mhm.
Class 2 Side Proof. I wanted to come out the gate with a three-part project. Side I don't sure, but it was like side one the truth, side two was kind of like half truth, half lie. That's not the title, but that's what was gonna happen. And side
Word.
like, straight like storytelling on something that is not relevant to me, but just to flex my imagination. But what happened was the producer I was working with at the time, who was the producer for my first group, Queen's Official,
Okay.
King Virgil at the time, my manager, and
Oh,
on the product, and he was like, "Yo, the production doesn't hold weight with your bars. And so you need to go back to the drawing board." And I was so mad. I put so much effort into creating that project, but I trusted him. And so I dealt it. It never came out. Um, Relevant story that I'll circle back on later because I know one question will ask me. Go ahead.
no, I just want to say time out, and it's not to cut you off. I want to hear it, and like I was hearing it, but now Virtue's telling us
I see.
the audio was breaking up. Yeah,
Yeah,
because I don't want to. We're not shortchanging our squad. You
right.
know what I'm saying? So now, just speak now. I just want to see how it's sounding and stuff. If we keep going, just
Yeah.
give us the mic check.
Oh,
Yeah, keep going, because I think it's like as you were speaking, it was like dropping some of the words and all of that. You know what I mean?
um, oh, so my partner's asking me, are my headphones on in there? No, my headphones are not. Sam, if you bring me my headphones, they are on the counter. No, I'm
Thank you. I appreciate you, Sam. Thank you. You know what I mean? We gotta do this right. It's my brother Sosoon, man. Like, this is not like while we wait, make sure we get that right. I just want to let you know, man, like when I tell somebody that I love their music, man, I'm not saying it just because I think it's a cool thing to do. We smart, nothing like that. If you ask my lady Jess, you hear I'm literally like been rocking your music since it was since your bio drop
right.
and that joint was playing. That's when I was like, hold up, that's this motherfucker trained to sound like, yo, this is you listen, you quirky, you chill, you like to have fun, but that mic in front of you, it's like you really stepping into a phone booth, and it's crazy because we gotta be older to know what a phone booth is, you know what I'm saying? But you step into a phone booth, we get busy, bro, and
Thank
that's
you.
why you sound good now. I can hear you
I
better
put a
now.
headphone in, so I'm good. I should be good now.
Yes. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? So do you remember where you was at? Because I just
Yeah.
went off my fan shit.
Yeah. So the long story short is that Virtue strongly suggested that I shelve my first album, and at that time I did have a couple of songs on deck, and so I basically spent the next 4 or 5 years putting together what wound up being my first album, which is the Bandwagon Director's Cut. And so for what it's worth, the first album, Three Sides to a Story, I to this day I don't entirely agree with King Virtue because what I was envisioning, like I was very clear that the production wasn't necessarily top quality, but
Right.
it was a producer who was still getting his wings, and it was an MC getting my wings. And so
Right.
in my
Working.
mind, I was like, nobody knows me from a hole in the wall, so it's fine to release this project, and then naturally you'll build your fan base, you'll build your resources and get producers who are better. At that time, I knew my first producer, SK, who I was working with extensively. And we had worked on songs, but we just didn't release them because I was trying to get that first joint out, that first project out. But at that point, I'd done a couple of songs with him. Then I'd met other producers. And so, long story short, like I said, my first album actually came out in 2010. And that first album was important because it really helped me understand to, and this is a long story to get to the really
Nah,
like the
this is
fruit
your
of your
time, dude.
question, but it
Word.
helped me understand up to that point because you figure it took 10 years from when I'd been writing since 14, and 14 for me was 96.
Okay.
And so my first album should have dropped '05, but my first album actually dropped in 2010. I call my professional career as an artist 2000 because that's when I had my first performance as an MC at
Okay.
college. And so you figure 10 years to make an album, I had songs on deck. And my goal at that point, and to this day has always been to show versatility because I love all types of hip hop. So like I break down hip hop
Right.
into like uh categorically into a couple of subgenres. You have your songs for, I don't want to say ladies anymore because that doesn't fully
It doesn't change.
demonstrate,
It's
you know
not
what I'm
like
saying,
that.
like folks who
Right.
identify as LGBTQ, whatever, but
Right.
songs
Right.
for those who you may be interested in. We'll say that, right? So that's one
Okay.
category. Conscious,
Yeah.
lyrical, commercial, like party, and then there's always crossover. So I'm not, there's always and then storytelling. So five, I'd say five categories. And what I always wanted to do is demonstrate all of those things without like stepping out of who I was. So when I first started rapping, I was talking about a lot of fictitious stuff because I didn't have a base. Because what I was listening to on
Right.
Hot 97, there wasn't a space for working class. It was either rags to riches or you broke as fuck and you in the hood
Right.
and you talking about busting your guns, slinging these whatever the drugs are, whatever the things are. And there was no in between. And it was college that helped me understand where I stood on the socioeconomic ladder, which was working class. And then I
Mm-hmm.
realized in that moment, like, oh, nobody's really telling the New York working class story, and that encompasses so much. So let me be that. And so that's what I've always strived for. Now, a lot of people see me as conscious because that's the spaces, that's the lanes that I've often been given opportunities to flourish in. But in
Right.
fact, if you listen to the entire catalog, you see I'm talking about ridiculous shit. I'm talking about all the things I just mentioned. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Yeah.
that, like I said, conscious has um, encapsulated a lot of my experience and also just been the opportunities that I've had. So I just ran with that. So that's kind of like Oh, and then the final piece is that like from recording, I learned that um flow and cadence are my two strongest weapons. And so listening to my own stuff after recording it, I understood what was happening and understood I was doing it by accident and then found a way to do it on purpose. And then what I found out is
Word.
that I was inadvertently pulling from my favorite artist, which is Busta Rhymes. Like I never
Yeah,
purposely tried to mimic him. But when I realized, oh, I'm big on cadence. Oh, I'm big on flow. I got bars. Busta Rhymes got bars, but you don't put
yes,
him in
yeah.
conversations with the top tier barsmans. You know what I'm
Listen,
saying? But you don't.
listen.
But you see, he still can't get a fucking verses because nobody wants to fuck with him.
Well, here's the thing too, man. Like, and I'm glad you said it because when I listen to your music, you never want to offend someone with a comparison because either they heard it a lot
Yeah.
or either they don't feel it themselves. You know what I'm saying? But listening to your music and like you said, that's why I want to ask you about your flow because your flow, your cadence, and all of that is what drew me into your music. Because you, to me, I call it taking chances. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Some people want to rap the same way. You know what I mean? It's a safe zone. Buster
Mm-hmm.
said, nah, there's no safe zone. You don't know where he's coming from, and he's lyrical as fuck because from then and even to this day, like this is about you. But real quick, that if
Oh,
anybody
go.
heard the joints Buster's drop, that joint with Jada and Benny the Butcher or Snoop joint, Buster took the track. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
that's exactly what it is. And when I listen to your music, what I wanted to say when you speaking about they call you a conscious rapper, remember, people don't want to hear the middle class story.
Right.
So if you're talking about something that's not consisted of spending money in the club, you're considered conscious because you're not making them jump and dance and act a fool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I realized that myself, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
And your music, before you got on, people heard your catalog, your versatility. You know what I'm saying? So you're not just a conscious rapper. I call it you are being an MC.
Thank
An
you.
MC that uses one of the tools that every MC should use. You know what it is? Your brain, bro.
Word.
I don't want to make it sound so simple because it's not. Because we've been around this hip hop, seen this hip hop grow. But you were able to channel one of your favorite MCs in Busta Rhymes and not sound like Busta Rhymes. You know what I'm saying? That's
Word.
hard to do. That's hard for people to do, man.
Word.
And what you were saying, you started writing at 14, and that cadence, like you said, you did it by accident. I was gonna ask you about that. It's like I listen because I come up with my questions, and I purposely don't ask people or tell them because I don't want them to go answering it first.
Right.
But
Right.
it
Right.
always happens anyway. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But it's dope, man. So talk to me about when you first got comfortable with that because it took that time to make that album, the first joint.
Yeah.
When did you realize it was done and you put the stamp on it and said, let's go with it?
I realized it was a thing after listening to and reviewing the first album that came out in 2010. But like, so let me tell you what happened and how much of an accident it was. Like, I was having a problem with putting the right emphasis on end lines. So like, if like for example, you're supposed to like go up on an end line and I would go down because I would like not take time. Like there's a lot of our GOAT Squad crew who, and I was talking about this to somebody the other day. I want to say maybe Mike Hoffa. Shout out to Mike. I know he's in here.
Yeah, he worked hard, bro.
Word. There's a lot of our members who, like, I know because they've told me and I believe them that they write and record with a system where they're memorizing their lyrics before they actually go into the booth. And I've never
Mhm.
done that. I actually don't memorize unless I know I'm gonna perform a
It's
song.
crazy.
And so for me, like because I'd often go into the booth with like very little rehearsal, I was just saying it how I thought in that moment instead of really thinking about each word and should I be going up on the end line or down on the
Right.
end line or keeping it like middle, whatever. And I would go back and listen and be like, oh, I should have went up on that with the cadence. I should have went down on that, whatever. And to this day, sometimes I still have trouble trying to think what makes the most sense with flow
Right.
pattern, whatever.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
what I did see is that like there was a cadence that was coming out that I didn't necessarily mean, but it made sense. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I can work with this. This is actually a good tool to help me stand out. You know what I'm saying? Because my performance, like my recorded voice
Yeah.
sounds sort of like my speaking voice, but not entirely. So it's distinct enough that, it can, do some
Right.
things very unique or whatever. And
Absolutely.
as I kept honing it and being more intentional about it, I'd say probably around 2013, 2014, between 2013 and 2015, I was recording either with a group or a solo
Mm.
song, standalone, whatever, whatever, and realized like, oh yeah, no, no, like I'm gonna hone this. This is the thing. And I'll say that flow is funny for me because like part of the reason why flow is the other weapon of mine is because like in real life I'm actually a very neat person. I'm gonna
Hmm.
do something really weird just to prove a point.
This is so soon, impromptu, so soon,
Yeah,
yo.
yeah,
This
yeah.
let
This is super impromptu. So this is my closet, and like this is. Oh wait, no, that's my partner's. Oh, she's gonna kill me. Ooh. Oh no, that is
no,
my side.
Sam. I didn't tell him to do it, Sam.
No,
I
this
want
is.
no smoke.
So like, if you just like seeing how I have things folded, you know what I'm saying?
Right, right,
Like I'm a neat person. I got that from my grandmother and my mother, both both of the primary matriarchs in my life. And I
right.
think that for me, flow is an extension of who I am in real life, a very neat person. So like even like
Okay.
sometimes like even when I like I just wrote a verse, wrote and recorded a verse for Act One, who's one of our newer Goat Squad members and my brother for over a
Absolutely.
decade. And I purposely did a thing at the end of the verse where I sounded off beat, but did it on purpose. But that's hard for me to do because I'm such a neat
Right.
minded person. Everything's kind of got to fit in this perfect little box. And that's how I think about flow. So when you hear it just like seamlessly, that's because that's like really who I am as a human. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's dope. I'm laughing at Sam.
I
She
know I
said good.
see her. I see her.
Listen, I don't be wanting to interrupt, but sometimes things happen. And it's like this is just me being me, you being you, and this is what this Ghost Squad do, man. Shout
Word.
out to Jeffrey White. I think
That's
Sam
my
said it's our
uncle. That's
uncle.
my uncle.
Salute. Thanks for joining us, man. This is the regular cat convo, Ghost Squad edition with my brother Sosoon. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about the art of flow, man, because this dude definitely has mastered it, yo. It's he flow from drink to drink, he flow from bar to bar, literally and figuratively.
No lies detected. No lies detected. I don't even know if that's still a thing, but no lies detected.
Word. Nah, but no, it's dope because like seriously, that's I I like to break music apart, man. Sometimes I do it in ways that I don't mean to intentionally, you know what I mean? But it's like, but once again, the first song I heard from you, it blew me away. It was that joint. It was the I think 357 or
Three
something,
five seven.
right?
Yep. Yep.
And shout out to the two dudes. Who's the two dudes who's on that track with you?
Born Majestic. I'm on the first verse. Born Majestic is on the second verse. I've known that dude from like so he was part of a poetry hip hop group similar to my second group that I was part of in college, which is called the Cataclysm. So we met each other on the open mic scene, and he was part of a crew called El Grito de Poetas.
Okay.
And so he rapped and did poetry. So we would all run into each other on the scene a lot. And it was dope because it was two different groups that had poets and MCs. And so
Yeah.
we got to know each other through that. We wound up working with each other
Okay.
in retail sales because he had worked at T-Mobile for a time, and then that job
Okay.
didn't work out. Then I helped him get in on AT&T where I was at when I was in retail sales. But that's my
Okay.
brother. I've known him for forever. We have an album together called The Other Side of the Street, which we
Okay.
dropped I want to say about 10 years ago, give or take. So he's on the second verse, and then my other brother, who I've also known for like 15 or more years from the hip hop
Yeah.
scene, Eli Black, who, as we speak, is in Union Square hosting the final legendary cipher of this season. He's been part of a crew
Salute.
who hosts a big freestyle cipher every Friday in Union Square. It's been going on for like 7 years now. So
Okay.
actually, both of them are part of the legendary ciphers family. So yeah, the three of us did 357. It was yeah, that was a record.
Stupid. Listen, that joint is stupid because it's so polished. Like I love it, yo. It's one of those joints where, yo, everybody just got busy. There's no weakness in it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? So salute. But That was the first song I heard, and I was like, yo,
Yeah.
this dude gets stupid with it. Like, yo, I was like, I memorized that shit. Like, chain, you know what I mean? Yo, and that's what the fuck I call the chain react. That's how I would be in the video, like having a mic. And that's what the fuck, you know what I mean? That's just, yo, I love it, B. So, like I said,
Wait, Kat, let me tell you a quick
word.
So I'm laughing because I'm just thinking about it. So we talked about cadence a moment ago and flow, whatever, and my partner's in here, and for what it's worth, I want to say shouts to Sam, and because like where we're at in our 8+ year relationship, this is like one of the best times where we finally figured out the cadence, like understanding each other's energy, what we need,
Salute.
and whatever. And so like it's just been a great couple of months. So thank you, Sam. I love you. Thank you for your support.
That's real.
But so at that time, though, this is why I bring her up. We had gotten into some sort of disagreement, and I had to go. I was at her place, which is in the building I live in now, but like her family, I don't mean to put her business out here, but her family owns the building we live in. So she spent a large chunk of her life in this building. There's only 8
Okay.
units. She's lived in like 3 of 8 of them. Her mom still lives here, whatever, whatever. But
Okay.
so at that time, I was at her place preparing to go to the studio to record that. We had a disagreement about something. I don't remember what it was. And I wound up going to Dumbo, where that studio was. It was a connective, more majestic. And I got in the studio and my energy was off. And I was like trained assassin, trained and rapping. And then something I just said to myself, knowing what was happening in my mind, like, use the anger you're feeling and channel it into the
Yeah.
song. So then it was like, trained assassin, trained in rapping. If you claim to rap, better change your habit, put on your chains, exchange for Jacksons. Now that's what the fuck I call a chain. And then, yeah, so thank you, Sam.
Yeah.
Not thank you, but thank you, because
Yo,
I was
Sam,
able to fuel, like, channel that energy into a good verse.
you know what though, Sam? Thank you. And I want to say this real quick. I think on my toes still. I freestyle ideas now. You know what I mean? The ladies that or the significant others who back the Ghost Squad, we salute and we thank all of
Word.
you. You know what I'm
Word.
saying?
It's over 20
Significant
of us in
others,
there, and shout out to every significant
all
other.
of us. You know what I mean?
Word.
Because, like I said, we can't do what we do if we don't have that backing from who need them to believe in us.
So
You know
real.
what I mean?
So real.
Sam believing in you. You know what I mean? I just know of True Words White because she's
Right.
in there, salute to that. You
Right.
know what I mean? I know, like I said, Jess is upstairs. When I was ready to go with this, she's very protective. People don't know. Jess is cool. She chill, but she's protective. She was like, she don't want nobody trying to step in and trying to piggyback off it without, you know what I mean, supporting. You know.
Too real. Too real. And then shout out to Tia, King Virtue's partner, also.
Thank you, Tia. Thank you once again. I don't know everybody's significant other, but we will get to know everybody's. But we're gonna do something for them too because
Word.
y'all
I love
appreciate it. We
love
can't do this without them. You know what I mean?
love it.
Word. So back like with this though, like Sosoon, that project, that first album, man, like Director's Cut, that's the name of it. Like, it's so hard to be that polished on the first project, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like I said, like I listen to I listen to a lot of your music. I listen to all this shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, to me, it sounds like you put time and effort into it. But with the cadences is what I want to ask about. How long does it take you to record a song?
I'd say about an hour.
Really?
Because, like I said, unlike Gons, yours truly, and so many of our Goat Squad members who memorize before they go in, I write and I don't think about it again too much until it's time to record. Then I might go over it a few times. But and that's everybody has their system. I guess it works. Like, I wish that I had the memory to memorize versus before recording, but I just don't. You know what I'm saying? But
no doubt.
yeah, so a song probably takes anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour.
That's good, man, considering that you're not memorizing it. Because for me, when I listen to songs, I also go back to my recording days. And, when I'm listening to you, and I feel like you put a lot of time into each song, man. Like, I said this, I feel like you craft music, bro. You don't make you craft it. It's like a sculpted, like, and it's like, for me, like I said, I like to get in the artist's head.
Right.
I'm like, how can you do that in an hour? Like, that's just me as a fan. Like, you did this in like, you hear some songs and people are like, yo, I wrote this in 5 minutes. I'm like, don't tell me. I know.
It shows.
Yeah, I heard it. Shit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So it's one of those things that for me, and I hear, I'm like, I like to go into that. So it's just hard to see that because there's so much action in your music.
Now,
You know?
I want to be clear, Cap. It takes a long time to write songs. I listen.
Okay,
One, I'm
word.
gonna put myself on blast now. I've already done it, but I'll do it again and say that like Shani asked me to do a 12, not a 16, a 12 bar verse for a song called Rock and Roll. And I told her I was going to get it to her a week ago, but between this new job and like preparing for this birthday event, it's taken much longer than I anticipated. And I
Word.
apologize to her for that. But yeah, my writing process is slow, but I'm thankful for it because what I will say, one of the biggest things, and you didn't ask me to tell this, but it's just something I think about a lot and I'm really thankful for because it's kind of weird to me. But like one of the things I'm most thankful for in my tenure as an artist is that like when I listen to my old stuff, I'm not like, oh my God, this is old, this is whack. Like, get this, I don't want to hear this shit. Unfortunately, I have a lot of super talented friends and colleagues
That's
who
sick.
I would like line up against the best signed artists who be
And this
like,
is what
oh,
we
this
do
shit
with
I
us.
did 3 years ago is whack. And I'd be like, are you fucking kidding me? What it takes me to write my best stuff and really feel confident about some songs, and you're
Right.
just doing this all seem willy nilly, and you're just sitting here like, oh yeah, this is whack. Like, get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna actually call out one of them because he's gonna perform on Sunday. We'll talk about that obviously, but
Yeah,
one
yeah.
of my longest friendships, as like artistry, the Marksman. He's not in here now, but like
Okay.
he's somebody whose pen game is like, oh my God! Like from the moment I met him, he's put me in writer's block a couple of times because I'm like trying to do what he did, and eventually understood
Yeah.
that what I have is what I have, and that's not what he has, and that's okay. But for what it's worth, and I'm not shitting on him, I have 7 projects, and he only has like 3 or 4. But and he's like looks down on his projects. Like he's always like, yeah, that wasn't good, that wasn't good. I'm like, motherfucker, I will punch you in your face. Like you are too
He just on
talented
credit.
to
He's
be
going worse.
sitting here downplaying your shit. You know what I'm saying? So it annoys me. And Mike L, my producer for my most recent project, Involuntary Immigrant, is in here. I know Mike L because of my brother Marksman, and I don't know if you know that about Mike, but that's how he is. It's so annoying because he's so fucking talented, and he'll be looking at shit that he wrote like 15 years ago, like, yeah, it's whack, it's whack, it's whack. And I'm like, bro, I'm still trying to like write like that consistently 15
Yeah.
years later, and you're sitting here downplaying. It's so annoying sometimes. But I'm
Yeah.
thankful that when I look back at even the album that never came out, King Virtue, I'll fuck you up, all the way through to my most current, maybe a few songs I hear that I'm like, that could have been better. But I don't think, in my mind, I don't have anything whack. I think there are
Right.
levels, and I know
Mm-hmm.
what the levels are. I know what my top tier songs are. But I don't think, I'm not like looking back at old stuff like, oh, that was whack, because I'm very clear on like, this is where I was at this time of my life. This is where I was at that time of my life, and I
Word.
understand what I was able to do. So, yeah, man.
The thing is with your music though, bro, you it's like you take chances, and it
Yeah.
seems like when you take them, it's like you must got a rabbit's foot, bro, because you take them and they work. You understand what I'm saying? Like real shit. Who's gonna rap over James Bond and do it like you did, bro? Like I like the song, but the performance you did of this shit, I was just like, who does that? So
Watch Sunday.
talk to
Watch
me.
Sunday.
I am, yo, bro. I am. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you see me, I'm like, shout out to my Ghost Squad. I love y'all because I'm fans of y'all. You understand what I'm saying? I'm fans of y'all music. So everybody that's gonna be on here, I'm gonna be like this because this is me. I'm a fan of this culture and this music. You know what I'm saying? So I am gonna be tuned in because that show you did, I was like, yo, this motherfucker. Like, I'm just thinking, imagine if this was live. Imagine if
Right,
this
right,
was like your
right.
stage presence. Is that? Let's talk about that though, man.
Right.
Like, how did you get there? How did you get there?
That first of all, that's a great question. Second of all, there's a person in here that when I think about stage presence, he is top tier. My man, Alienate NYC, Young Nate. He
Salute.
is
I just saw him in here.
Bro, he's a barsman, first of all. Second of all, I met him through my most recent group. We're not active as a group, but many of the members, there's 6 members, and many of the members are still doing our thing. It's called MI6, which had a whole James
Mm-hmm.
Bond 007 theme,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that's where that song came from, because I was trying to do a song for one of our projects or whatever. But what
Yeah.
I will say is that Young Nate, he epitomizes what an MC is. Like when he gets on
Oh,
stage, he captivates an audience. And so to answer your question, Cap, when I see artists like Young Nate, and I could name several other artists who, like, anytime I've seen them, it's just like, what the fuck do I have to do to get to that level where every word I say, whether it's on the song or just what I'm talking about, everything in between the song, that they're
work.
just like, you know what I'm
Tune
saying? Like,
all the way in.
it's just experience, honestly. That's the only thing that has allowed me to be a decent performer. And what I'll add to that is this notion that, like, when I realized that, like, outside of Sosoon, the artist, that like James the man is just naturally silly and fun loving, I figured out
Yeah.
how to inject that into my music, and then as a result inject that into my performance. And so, like, it's, I wouldn't say it's like Nicki Minaj level personality, but it's like it's just like bringing my natural personality. So like when a song
Uh-huh.
is really serious, I can convey that through performance and through the setup of the song. And when a song
Yeah.
is really fun, I just really tap into like the natural silliness. Like, I'm not a comedian. I'm
Oh,
not funny. But like, what I figured out about myself, because I have so many funny friends, is that like when I try to be funny on purpose, I'm not. But when I'm just naturally being myself, I don't even be trying to make people laugh. I just be trying to make myself laugh. And if other people laugh, that's a bonus. And once I
yeah.
realized that, and I started to think about, well, how do I translate that into performance? I'll do a song like Animated. I'll do a song, I don't know, I can't think of a minute. I'll do a song like Bobbleheads. There's a lot of songs that I do where I'm able to like show the not so serious part of who I am, because like you would think
Yeah.
listening to some of my music that I'm serious, but
Word.
I have a serious mindset, but I'm actually just more
Yeah.
so really silly. So
But see, that's not. There's nothing wrong with that because you know what I mean. People act like you can only be one way sometimes. Like
right,
if
right,
you,
right.
you don't smile, like Rakim smiles, believe it or not. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? We may not see the shit, you know what I
Right,
mean, but
right.
he does, you know. But the thing is, you let it all show. You show yourself in your music. Like you're not scared to wear it. You know what I'm saying? And
Word.
your creative process. I want to ask about when you're doing songs. Do you sometimes do you always grab the beat first? And before you answer that, shout out to my brother that joined us. It was in here. My man Explicit One. He's one of the illest producers out of Boston, out of Mass. I met him a few
Nice,
years. He rocked some drinks with Sky Zoo, Master
nice,
Ace.
nice.
So I don't know if he's still in here,
Legend.
but thanks for joining us, B. This is my Ghost Squad here. Every
Word, word,
Friday,
word.
we bringing the Ghost Squad to you, you know? So soon I was about to ask you, bro, when you doing your joints, when you making songs, do you pick the beats first? And if you pick the beats first, do you let the beat tell you where to go?
Yeah.
As far as sense and all of that.
Another great question. When I started, I didn't have the capacity to pick the beat first.
Well,
I found beat. Well, no, I won't even say I found beats, because we didn't have YouTube to download instrumentals, whatever, whatever. But beats were made for me, and then, like, in between that, it was like when I started working with my brother SK,
mm-hmm.
aka Ill Skills. He just had a huge catalog of beats, and so our ritual was often I would travel all the way from Queens to Brooklyn, and it doesn't sound like a lot if you're from New York, but the reason why I say it like that is because even when I was in college, 17, 18, 19, I was still sheltered, so I really couldn't even tell my mom I was going to Brooklyn, because she couldn't fathom this notion of, like, you're going from Jamaica, Queens to Flatbush, Brooklyn to meet some guy you met in college and make
Right.
music. Like, who is he? What's his name? So it was the sheltering. The sheltering was on me through like parts of college, you know what I'm saying? And so I had
Yeah.
to like sneak behind back and do that. But our ritual whenever I would come to Flatbush to hang out with my bro SK is he would throw the beats on and we recorded a couple of songs, but songs we didn't record, I would often pull out old verses or songs and try to match them to his beats or whatever. And then after a while, as I started to accumulate more connections, more producers, I
Right, right.
then it was like, okay, let me listen to the beat, see what it's telling me to do, and then figure that out from there. And so, like, yeah, I'd say that the vast majority of my career was getting the beat, listen, like on some MJ shit, like listening
Yeah.
to it, listening what it's telling me, or like trying to figure out what do I want to talk about at this time of my life that might be relevant and does it align with this beat, and then going
Yeah.
with that. But in the beginning, it was a lot of matching already written lyrics to
Mhm.
beats that I didn't have yet.
And that's hard to do because I found that hard to do early because you write, when you write, you might just write to, you have those thoughts of the verse and have no idea where you go as far as sonically with it. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Then trying to match that to something, it's like, oh shit. Now, then you got to try to find your pockets and all of that. You know what I mean? Make
Word.
sure you sound comfortable because like I said before, I recorded songs and just scrapped them. I was like, nah, I didn't feel. I felt like I pushed it. You know what I mean? I'm hearing it. You know, people like, nah, it's straight. Nah, if it's
Word.
straight, it's not good. I don't want
Word.
straight. You know what I
Word.
mean? You know, so word. But I love that, man. Now, what I always do while we're here, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna
Mhm.
talk about this, man. Like the songs and one of my favorite songs, not just off your albums, but not just out of the Ghost Squad. Because shout out to my squad, we all make fire music. But this became one of my favorite songs. Period. Was the
I
Underclass.
knew that's
You
what
know
you were
what
gonna
I'm saying?
say.
Yeah, yeah. I always gotta touch one of my favorites, bro. And you know it because, like I said, I fanned out when I heard it. You know what I mean? Because you, like you said earlier in this conversation, bro, that's the part that's not spoken for. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
And when I hear songs, you gotta understand, I felt like shit at first when I heard it because I'm bopping to it like, yo, I need to be in the club listening to this. And then you hear about what you're saying, I'm like, I need to be in the club helping them clean the fucking club up. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you felt like, yo, you don't pay attention to these people sometimes, man.
Right.
And you
Right.
brought right to it seriously.
Right.
But when I'm rocking to, don't be mad at me because I was like, yo, I was like, with my drink, and I'm like, oh shit. Nah, yo, this ain't that move right now. You know what I mean? But if y'all haven't heard it, it's off of his first album, man. The director cut. The Underclass is amazing, bro. So
Thank
what I
you.
always like to do is get into your brain. We're gonna get into the Underclass. I'm already there a little bit, but let's talk about what made you go that route with that beat. Because that
Yeah.
beat, as I'm saying, is not one you would think you're gonna go there with.
Yeah. 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 Gons, what's up? I see you, bro. Gons is such a barsman, so shouts to Gons. I just wanted to throw it out there. True Words, I know
Can't
is
wait
in
to
here.
go to
Shouts to
John.
him. Yours
Word.
truly, shouts to him. It's so many barsmen and Ghost Squad, and yeah, we could talk about that. But shouts to y'all, cause y'all just balling around.
Shout out
I
to my
don't think
brother
she's
who's
in here,
asking
but
this
she's a
one, bro.
bars woman. But yeah. Um, Underclass. So at that time of my life, I was working at AT&T. I worked at AT&T from 2006 to 2010, and I
Uh-huh.
worked at the AT&T in Times Square. And
Okay.
the dude that I mentioned earlier, Marksman, he got me the job at AT&T.
Salute. Okay.
So I'm gonna make a quick connection. The second album, Sunni, Sound of Old New York. I have a song in there called Ashley the Classy. That
Yeah, that's my
song
joint.
that song is directly connected to this story, not necessarily the underclass as a song, but to this story about where I was at this time of my life. So I was dating a woman at that time, and what happened? Why did we break up? I did some dumb shit. Oh, I was I was married. I've been married. My partner know this, so it's not like, whatever. There's a lot of people who won't
Right,
know this,
right,
but
right.
so I was married to a woman that I went to Hunter with. We never dated. We never even exchanged as much as a kiss, let alone whatever. But she was a friend, and she was on green card.
I want
Um,
to say some coming to America
while
shit,
in
but
college, and she was just like, I'm trying to stay, can you help me? And so I did that. And I thought at that time, because I was a young, immature dummy, I thought that my partner at the time, if I told her that she wouldn't be able to handle it. But so I didn't tell her. We were like planning on moving in together, and we had to fill out applications for like apartments. And question comes up, are you married? Whatever, whatever. I don't think the marriage was annulled at that time. And yeah, so I had to be honest with her, and we were already like 3, 4 years in, and I had to tell her, and so we broke up as a result of that. And I can understand why like something like that would make a
Yeah.
partner be like, "What the fuck? You've been holding this from me for 4 years."
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
happened. So we broke up, and I had also lost my job at AT&T, and so I was living in a basement apartment in Queens at that time, and I just when I lost the job, I didn't think I had enough money to continue to keep that apartment, so I left there, and I was bouncing around between my homie Marksman, who was living in Harlem, and that ex who we were kind of like in that weird place after the
Yeah.
relationship
Yeah.
ends. So I was in between those two places before I ultimately was like, I can't do this because it's not fair to either the ex or the Marksman, and I wound up moving back home to my mom's, and that's where Ashley the Classy came out rather.
Word.
But going back to your main question, the underclass. So Marksman got me the job at AT&T. This is my first and only job prior to now working in retail. No, that's a lie. No, I've been in retail, but that was the most money I had made up to that point in my life because it was like a salary plus commission. And
Right.
so I worked in Times Square on 43rd and Broadway. It's weird because now where I live with my partner, I'm a 10-minute walk. I'm a 15-minute walk away from where I worked 11 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And
Crazy.
so
Ironic.
what happened at that time was I was kicking it to a customer. AT&T was very good to me as a wild 20s, and I dated or kicked it to a couple of customers. And this one particular customer was the oldest that I ever dated. She was at that time probably only a few years older than I am now, and I'll be 39 on Sunday, so you can do the math. And
Word.
she lived on the east side in a beautiful apartment on like 41st and like First Avenue, something like that.
Word.
And so what happened was I was leaving work because the AT&T I worked at was the one that stayed open the latest in New York City. It'd be
Okay.
open to like 10 or something like that. And I always had the late shift because they knew I couldn't get there early for opening shifts. And
Okay.
so one day I left work and I got on a crosstown bus from 42nd and Broadway to 42nd and First, and then take the quick walk to her place. And the bus stopped at 42nd and 6th, which for those who are not familiar with New York, that's where Bryant Park is,
Mm-hmm.
which is one of our important parks. It's like Central Park, Bryant Park, and there's a bunch of
Right.
others, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the bus was at a red light, and I looked up to my left and I saw a building, and like let's say, and this is how I tell the story, I can't confirm it, but let's just say it was like maybe 13 stories up. I saw like the lights on a panoramic view of that particular floor. Most of the lights below it and above it were off, but on this floor the lights were on, and I saw a figure moving around, presumably vacuuming and or
Yeah.
cleaning.
Word.
And I thought to myself, right, okay, I'm on a bus, and this bus driver is driving this bus. Below us is many cabs. Uber and Lyft didn't exist. It was just yellow cabs at that time in
Yeah.
Manhattan,
Yeah.
in Midtown, because you go uptown, you can get the like cabs. You go to Queens, the outer boroughs, you can get your cab services. But I'm in Midtown Manhattan, and those didn't exist unless it was a yellow cab. And so I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, so cabs are passing us, clubs are open, bars are open, the bus driver's driving, the person's up there cleaning, and I thought to myself, like, damn, this is truly the city that never sleeps. But for what
Right.
it's worth, nobody is paying homage to the people who keep it awake. And then
Yeah.
that's where the underclass came from.
Yo, I love that, man, because honestly, it really makes you touched on everyone. I mean, you hit everything. You tried to, and you gave love to them cab drivers who still pass by us. You
Right.
know what I'm
That
saying?
listen,
Word.
I
I'm
was
like,
on the
yo, do
phone with
they
my
know?
partner 3 days ago, Cat. I was coming from work and trying to get in the cab to go visit my homeboy. I don't know if he's still in here, but if he is, Damien, shouts to you, my framework partner.
Okay.
My a friend of mine from my Hunter College days. Just one of my best friends. Period. He just moved to Georgia a few days ago, and I went to
Mm,
his crib the night before he was driving. Him and his brother were driving down to Georgia from New York, and I was on the phone with Samantha, my partner, and I was like telling her I just gotten paid. So I was like, I got to get this money to the bank because I get paid in cash. And I was like, I'm not trying to carry all this cash on me. But I was trying to
mhm.
like flag cabs and these motherfuckers were passing me. And this happens all the time. You know what I'm saying? As a
Yo,
black
a
man,
rapper
this
is
happens all the
frustrating.
fucking time with yellow cabs. And as much as I want to quit them, at this point, Uber and Lyft are so fucking expensive. So it's kind of like
Right.
I can't, like, I don't have enough options to say I'll never take a yellow cab. I don't have enough options and enough
Exactly.
money. And so when I said that line, the yellow cab drivers, we still show them love even though they
Yo,
pass by us. That was over a decade ago. I wrote that, and that shit still happens to me, bro.
listen, man. I haven't recorded a song, real talk, about 10, 12, 15 years, bro. And songs I recorded then, it's still pertaining now because if you was talking about our plight, what we going through, it
Right,
ain't over.
right,
So
right.
it's our music is still relevant. Like I said, you know what I mean? It's just ridiculous that we still go through that. Real quick, shout out to my man DJ original DJ Trill, salute, a true
Salute.
pioneer hip hop thing, man. He's a big supporter of this what we doing here. He showed us love. He had some of the sets on the station on Saturday. So salute, thank you for everything you've done. I appreciate you, G. You know, once again we were here with my man Sosoon, and we were talking about a song that I done ran up like all kind of listening views to, and I ain't mad at it because what we do here on the Ghost Squad Fridays, what I don't do the other weekdays is we play my favorite song for everybody to hear. You know
Word.
what I'm saying? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go into this joint, man, and it's called The Underclass. If you were a Ghost Squad member, you heard this song. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not a Ghost Squad member, you about to be privileged to hear something, man. This joint is called The Underclass. We're gonna get into the production of it after that and all of that. But I'm gonna let this rock. I'm gonna shut my mouth, you know what I mean, and I'm gonna let the song rock, all right? Yo. Look, he got East popcorn. He got the East popcorn look. All right, let's go. This is The Underclass. Cheez-Its. Oh man. Let's not talk about that, man. We got a lot to talk about, bro. But real quick, this is The Underclass, all right? Hold on, let me get my volume on. That might work. I'm bringing it back because I love the intro. I love everything about this joint, all right?
When the clubs let out in the heart of Manhattan and the never city down for whatever, somebody's gotta empty all the heavy metal bags. Separate the people from the sea and yellow traffic. Sweep the trash of the upper working classmen. Scars from the broken champagne glasses. Whatever happens, he handles the past. It's all we play a funny, take the butt out on the back end. You barely see him cause he's not European. When something needs cleaning, it's the only time you need him. You don't wanna be him, his work is complicated. Your hands are too smooth to do a job so degrading, but he stays on his shit, no complaining. To you, it's just another nigga, but to me, it's courageous when you're working for a minimum wages and never spend a moment aggravated. You should graduated. New York City lights, bright lights, bright stripes. Somebody's gotta keep you looking all pretty right. City's gotta stand still, they keep you moving. So follow down the child, but somebody's gotta follow you. African looking for a unity. Say what you want, and they don't care about your stupidity. All they care about is a better opportunity. While you only complain about working every day. They're taking out jobs and doing it for nothing. So you come for nothing, a little equals something. They maximize the minimum. Minimize assumption, he nourishes his children, cares for his wife, his only kids about is a better way of life. He lives within his means, he gives what he receives. He goes to work the same every day with fatigue. The city silhouette while everyone is sleeping. He sleeps in the day and awakes in the evening. He never calls out. Vacation's an illusion, it's a front. job, but somebody's gotta do it. New York City nights, bright lights, green side. Somebody's gotta keep it looking all pretty right. Cities at a standstill, they keep it moving. It's a fucked up job, but somebody's gotta do it. New York City nights, bright lights, green side. Somebody's gotta keep it looking all pretty right. Cities at a standstill, they keep it moving. It's a fucked up job, but somebody's gotta do it. The transit authorities, the housekeepers, 90% of the minorities, the homeless musicians, the talentless beggars, the operas and poppies, and the one-stop beggars, busboys, bartenders, yellow cab drivers, we still show love even though they pass by us. The nurses and nannies who deal with little white pricks, the project janitors who work upon the night shift, the open mic hosts and the open mic performers, the open mic attendants who stay just to support us. Dudes from the club, hand in hand on the corner, the MTA employees, the background, the aura of the never see the city, the athletes core, the go-to-go team never honored or adored. Take a look at history with the allure of New York, like the lawns and like the bombs with the Konvo for the war. New York City nights, bright lights, great sights, somebody's gotta keep it looking all pretty right.
It's a fucked up job, but somebody's got to do it.
Yo. Standstill. It's a fucked up job, but somebody's gotta do it.
Yo, can I say something about that?
Please do, bro.
Yo, artists be afraid to like talk about if a song is like one of their best, whatever. I'm not. I don't care. Because I know the effort, the heart that gets put into the song. That song is over 10 years old and it's still in my regular performance rotation. It is hands down one of the best songs I've ever written in my life. And I don't say this about every song. I'm not one of those artists that's like, yeah, everything I've written was the shit. And I'm not saying, I'm also not suggesting that like I feel like I've written waxed up. I don't think I've written waxed up. Like I said earlier, there's levels, but the underclass is definitely over 10 years ago I wrote that. And it is still, one of the best songs I've ever written because I was able to channel that experience. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thankful. And I told this to you, Kat, offline weeks ago when we were even talking about doing this. But like I'm thankful to the universe for using me as a conduit to write that. I feel very fortunate. Like anytime somebody, I don't think anybody has ever heard, I don't think everybody who hears all of my music is like, everything you write is this shit. I'm not at a point yet where like people are telling me flat out if they think something I've done is whack. But I'm not dumb enough to believe that everybody thinks everything I've done is like top tier. But I know for a fact that The Underclass is one of my best songs ever. And I feel like every time somebody hears it, they're just like, yes, yes, yes. So I'm thankful to even be a conduit to have written that. Seriously.
Bro, and I'm thankful to be one of those people that caught it late and still breathing life into it. You know what I mean? And when I say that, I mean because like you said, for it to be that old, none of this is a disrespect, bro. You know that. But for you for the song to be 2010 and for me to hear it now, I always say this: great music is great music, no matter when it's done. You know what I mean? That's one of my favorite songs to this day.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? And I'm thankful for it because it told that story, man. And you did it so beautifully. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
So who produced that one?
I met a producer like mid 2000s named Fortune. He I somehow got connected to like NYU, and I did several performances for like a couple of years in NYU, and I met this producer Fortune there. This dude is like I hate him, but he's like one of the most talented individuals I know, period. Like there's a small handful of like people that I know who have like 3 or more talents and do them all equally well. And he's one of those people. He's a producer. He's designed video games. He's like, I remember one and only one time I ever was at his crib in Canarsie when he was there. I don't know where he's at now because he's like the fucking male Carmen Sandiego. Last I spoke to
Mm.
him, he was in Cali, but I think he might be back home in New York. I went to his crib. Marksman was there too, and we went to his crib in Canarsie, and he was playing a video game that he created. He basically brought together like Mario, all the main characters from like the DC games at the time, like the fighting games, the Marvel
Word.
games, and he was like recreating them. It was like a fighting game, and he was just sitting there playing it. I was like, this nigga is on some next shit. So like he's a producer, he's a graphic designer, he's a web designer. He does so many
Salute.
talents, and he also raps, and he's
Mm.
so talented, it's ridiculous. Kat, I'm gonna ask you this real quick because you're a
I
hip hop
word.
head through and through. Are you familiar with an artist named Thalopolis London?
Nah, not at all. Talk to me.
His name used to be Thelonious Caps, and he changed his name, and he got a lot of revere in UK, and I want to say he lives in UK now, but
Word.
he's worked with Kid Cudi, he's worked with a lot of notable names, but like
Uh-huh.
this dude, he was a friend of Fortune, the dude who produced the Underclass, and a lot of
Right.
songs from my first album, and a lot of songs and a lot of my other projects, and I remember being in the same space with him performing, and he was like in NYU, like standing on tables performing. And I remember like looking at him like this nigga dumb, but he parlayed that wild personality and energy to like I'd say like maybe a D celebrity status. And I'm not saying that to
But
shit on
dope
him
though,
because I'm
because
not even
nah,
quote unquote a celebrity, but he parlayed it because he had a big personality, but yeah, Fortune knew this guy. But yeah, Fortune is super talented. I'm mad at him because he
salute.
never finished my website that I commissioned him for last year. But I can't take
Uh-oh.
away his talent. So yeah, he's the one who did Underclass. He did Underclass. He's the man. He did Drive the Bus. He did so
Yeah,
SK did half of my first album and Fortune did the other half. I think Fortune had I think I had 13 songs on that album and
word.
Fortune did seven and SK did six, something like that.
Word.
But
Salute to
yeah,
both
so
of
he's
them,
a fucking
man.
talent.
Yeah, they put that work in on that album, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's get to what's going on this weekend, what you got going, man. For those who don't know, like we're excited about it. The squad is excited. And one thing, shout out to our Ghost Squad because we support everything we all do, man. And that's the dopeness about being in the squad like that,
That's
man. It's
real.
like we know who's at the head of it, but he does true word salute. He doesn't act like that. He shares every piece of knowledge he has, and this
Valid.
is why we come together like we do. So shout out to the Ghost Squad. You know what
Valid.
I mean? And we all ready for this. But let's talk about what you got coming up, man. I'm excited about it. So go ahead, tell us about
So here's what happened. I didn't have the most amazing of birthdays last year, and a large part of that was because of the pandemic. And but so like I'm turning 39, and I'm not afraid to say that like my partner Sam, she knows because like what I say often is that I know for a fact, I feel in my heart of hearts, and I know it to be true on some level, that like often in my life, people falsely how do I say it? They have misunderstandings about who I am because
it.
they look at me and they don't have a sense of how old I am. And so like
Right.
what I've been trying to do is like pull myself away from feeling like I have to give my age all the time. But at the same time, I know that for a lot of black and brown people, when you get the age that I'm at, we start to become afraid of telling our age because it's like, oh my God, I'm this old. But I say it because I want my respect, but I also say it because I'm not afraid to say it.
Exactly.
So as I mentioned earlier in the show, I'll be 39 on Sunday. And because I didn't have an amazing birthday last year, I was trying to figure out like how do I celebrate the last year of my 30s with a bang, and I just went back to the basics, and I realized that I really love doing musical stuff for my birthday. My first album, The Bandwagon Director's Cut, I did an album release party at a spot
Word.
downtown Manhattan that I can't remember the name of because it doesn't exist anymore. It had like a Pirates theme. That's not important. But and this is not that wasn't the only time. Like in 2018, I did a thing. I was living in Crown Heights, in a home, like renting with roommates, but like living in an actual house. And I did a thing there for Involuntary Immigrant, the most recent project that I dropped in September. But so yeah, I always love doing like music based stuff for my birthday, particularly performing. And so I just had the crazy idea like I'm gonna perform in several locations, and I want each location to reflect each solo project that I've released. So I've released 7 solo projects, but I'm grouping 2 as one because it was the same kind of mindset. So it's Sony Volume 1 and Sony Volume 2 that I'm grouping together as one performance on Sunday, because the whole idea of both of those projects was they were both EPs, and the goal of them were to release music that I had been performing or sitting on for an extended period of time that was high quality, but just to get it out on streaming so that like when people search me, they don't just hear conscious, because as I said earlier, I got so caught up in the conscious bubble, a lot of people falsely assume that that's all I do. And so
Right.
Sony Volume 1 and Sony Volume 2, they both have at least one conscious song on them, but they show my full versatility as the Bandwagon Director's Cut did. And
Right.
so, like I said, I'm performing in 6 locations, I'd say 6 locations. 2 of them are my home. I'm starting and ending in my home, but the other 4 are unique locations. And yeah, I'm excited about it. Like people can chime in, they can request songs as long as they send a donation through
Dope.
uh my digital wallets, whether it be Venmo, I have them all, Venmo, Cash App, Zelle, I'm missing one. PayPal, that's what I'm missing.
Yeah, yeah,
So they
yeah.
can send a donation, whatever. And the I got that idea to receive donations because there's a bar around the corner from where Sam and I live where they do like a piano thing. It's like a band, but like the main
Yeah.
attraction is like the dueling piano kind of thing. And what they
Okay.
do is they go, okay, so we're gonna perform, but you can request songs. So like if I'm in the middle of
Right.
performing New York by Alicia Keys and somebody sends a $10 tip up or donation up and they say they want to hear rock and roll, I love rock and roll. I don't remember the name of the group or
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
but like if they say I want to do that, then they'll effectively cut us off in the middle of doing New York and then what's the name? And then perform rock and roll, and yeah, whatever. So I got that idea. Now I'm not going to be stopping any of my performances because I
Nah.
have songs
That.
lined up for each location. But if you send a donation, even if I don't perform it at that time, I will do my best to perform it during the day. So
Right.
I
Right.
just wanted
So
to
that set might be already set for
right,
that.
right,
That.
right.
You know what I mean?
Right, but
Word.
I
It's
just wanted
reverse.
to like really celebrate my last year in my 30s in a very unique way. And like I said, performing is what I love the most. Like I want more fans. I want to be able to make a lot more money through my artistry and working with Goat Squad on True Words has helped me realize that that can happen, but it's a slow grind and I'm not impatient.
Exactly.
I'm actually very patient to make that happen. But in the meantime, what I do know is that I love performing, and so this is how I wanted to celebrate my birthday. So,
Man, listen. So soon, I'm glad you're doing that, man. Because when I first heard you talk about it, and I was talking to you about it, man, I was like, "This is unique," because I personally have never heard of anyone doing that. You know what I'm saying? And once again, shout out to the Ghost Squad because we all are thinkers, we all have ideas, and we all bring something unique, man. And that is something that I know we all gonna be tuning into. You know what I'm saying?
word.
I might miss one. I'll be honest, I might miss one, but trust me, I'm gonna be in there for damn near all of them because
Thank
you're
you.
my Ghost Squad brother, but I'm a fan of your music, just
Thank
like
you.
I am a fan of everybody that's in our squad, man. You
Thank you.
know, I want to thank you for your time today, bro. Like you and I, you like you said, you're naturally just yourself, and that's one thing about you and I, and why I think I get along with you just like everybody else because I wear my age on my sleeve. I'm proud of it.
Word.
It's a badge of honor. I'm from Mount Vernon. I'm from the projects. I've seen people jump off the damn top of the building,
Mm.
and I've seen things. So 45 is a blessing. You
Word.
understand? 89 is a blessing. We come from where we come from.
Right.
You know, we lose people. So
Right.
I'm proud of you because of that. You know what I'm saying? Our squad, we have we touch every age group, and none of us are ashamed of our badge with it. You know what I mean? We
That's
got
so
we're
true.
a squad, we're a generational squad. You know what I
Right. Right.
mean?
Right.
Word, and that's dope because we can hit every generation of music
Right.
too. You know? But let everybody know who don't know how to follow you, all of the ways to get to your music as well, because that's very important to tune in with my brother, man, because y'all will hear what I hear. You understand what I'm saying? So let them know about that.
Yeah, you can find me at Sosoon on IG. That's my primary social media platform. And if you go to the link in my bio, you can find everything you need. You can find my music on YouTube. Because I recognize that everybody's not paying a monthly subscription for a streaming platform. So if
Mm.
you don't fall into that category, you can even go to YouTube. It'll be a little more difficult to find, but you can find it, find all of my music on YouTube, almost all my music. Let me say that. Honestly, the only place you can actually find all of my music is on Bandcamp, sosoon.bandcamp.com, because some of my
Word.
music has such blatant samples, I didn't even want to risk putting it on streaming. Like, for
Right.
example, on my first album, you know this, Cax, I know you've listened to it thoroughly. The second song on the project is Who's Bad, which my producer SK sampled the shit out of Bad by Michael
Yo,
Jackson. Like, it's not
I was
hidden.
like, what the fuck is this dude? He
It's
got this
not
shit right.
hidden. Actually,
Yo.
let me tell you a quick story about that. I don't want to
Yeah,
take up
yeah,
too much time,
please.
but let me tell you a quick story
Nah,
about
nah.
that. I had the beat for several years, and I was like, this is fucking bad Michael Jackson. I feel like this is, I can't, if I'm going to do something to this, I have to do it the right way. I was working at AT&T, and T, and I want to say, I think he passed in '09,
Mm,
but either '08 or '09, because I worked there from '06 to 2010, and it was either one of the
mm,
two. It might have been '08 actually, and I'm sure somebody in the chat's going to confirm whatever the year was. I was at
word.
work, not having the best of days, and somebody came into the store, a customer came into the store, was like, oh my God, Michael Jackson passed. And I was like, what? And then another customer came and was like, Michael Jackson passed. Thank you, King Virtue, for confirming '09. So I was right the first time. And I was like, wait, what? And I have vivid memories of growing up and doing concerts for my grandmother, my mom's mom, who's been gone for 16 years. With my mom, we do like performances, like concerts, where we perform Michael Jackson. So like Michael Jackson was an important figure to my family. Whether or not what he did was accurate, I can't
Nah, we don't talk
erase what the catalog and the history is for him, because it
about
had such an impact on my family. And so, like I said, I had this beat. And so soon after he passed, I was like, okay, I know I have a sense of what I want to do on this song. I want to talk shit. I want to keep it hip hop, but I don't want to be too over the top. And then
right.
Who's Bad came from that. You know what I'm saying? And
Word.
so Who's Bad is now on streaming. That's the reason why I told the story. It's only on sosoon.bandcamp.com for purchase, or you can listen to it, but you might want to purchase for $1 or just purchase the entire album. So all that said, you can find me at sosoon.bandcamp.com, whatever streaming platform you use, Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, Amazon, and everything in between. Every major thing in the States, you will find my music if you type Sosoon, and make sure you spell it correctly. It's one word, not two.
Yeah.
Sosoon, one word. And that's how you will find me, and then you can go from there. And if you go from in the link in my bio, I created a Spotify playlist that is almost in chronological order from the most recent to the oldest, and it
Mm-hmm.
encompasses all my solo projects that are on streaming, which is all of them, but not all the songs are there, because the intro to James Bond, that's also not on streaming. You got to go to Bandcamp for that.
No doubt.
And then also like groups that I've been a part of, MI6, shouts to GP, Madman, NOIA, Nighttime, DJ Uncle Tone, our manager, Gallo the Great, one of my closest friends, period.
Word.
Bottles, C Black, like everybody part of MI6. Shouts to all of them. I love y'all. So MI6 projects are on my Spotify playlist. Solo songs that I featured on are on there. Anything that I'm on that's on streaming is on this playlist, and you can find that in the link in my bio on IG. And it's a Spotify playlist, but you don't need Spotify to play it. You can play it directly from there, but you can find most of those songs on all streaming platforms. So that's how you
You know,
find me.
and also people like, not only that, you listen to regular cat radio, you're gonna hear So Soon. You know what I'm saying? I'm letting them know, man. Remind them because once again, our station, this is our station. You know what I'm saying? So in between anybody that you love, you're gonna also love our Ghost Squad too. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
So my bro, So Soon, thank you for your time today, bro. I'm looking forward to the celebration, your birthday, the show, everything. Shout out to everybody that came through the show. Love today with this, man. This is what we do every Friday on Ghost Squad, on Ghost Squad Fridays on the regular cat convo. And then I have the episodes throughout the week. But thank you, bro, for your time. I'm
Yep.
looking forward to this episode, bro. The
Final
show.
thing, Cat, bro. I've seen your lives. I've seen the people who you've interviewed, and I've seen the people who have popped in. So when I said earlier that it's such an honor and pleasure to be a part of this, I can't really fully find the words to explain that. But I just want to thank you for having me, number two to True Words, the leader of this Ghost Squad Patreon movement that we have going on.
Thank
Shouts
you.
to every member of Ghost Squad, whether or not you were able to be here. King Virtue, my brother,
Word.
cousin, uncle, you know how much I love you. I'm so glad that music allowed us to reconnect after several years in hiatus. Tricky, I see in here, Jay Vengeance, just everybody from Ghost Squad who is here. Loretta's only, just thank all of y'all. I appreciate y'all. And
Word.
Kat, thank you, because like Virtual and I have talked extensively about that
Oh,
moment.
word?
Like he's told me behind the scenes how he was trying to like tell you like, yo, listen to Soon's music, listen to his music. And then when Ghost Squad, when our Ghost Squad IG, yours truly is one of my favorite artists, signed or
Yeah.
unsigned. I get so mad listening to yours truly's music. He reminds me of my brother Marksman in the sense that he does things that I know I can't do, and it sometimes annoys me. But I'm mature enough as an artist to not let it put me in writer's block as I did years ago with my brother Marksman. But yours truly is just
We're going to
he's
talk to
so
yours
fucking
truly, too.
talented. I wish he fully understood his talent, and I'm outing him on this, but he doesn't know how talented he is, and I hate that, but I hope that he finds that. So shouts to him because I'm such a big fan. But what I was saying to you, Kat, is that like Virtual and I were talking about how like when you heard 357 and what it said to me is that like this is why I do what I do, because like I said earlier, so many people think I'm just conscious, and then they'll hear something that's not. They'll hear the James Bond joint. They'll hear
Yeah.
357. They'll hear
Yeah.
something that's like not conscious, and they'll be like, "Oh, can you do that? Oh, wow, you're a problem." And I know I'm a problem, but I'm not like a gloater. You know what I'm saying? I
Word.
just want people to hear the shit. So like the fact that a lot of these songs are on streaming and you were able to dive in and you were like texting me and just telling me how much
Yeah.
you appreciate it, like it means a lot to me because I know I'm going in the right direction, and it's not a normal direction because so many artists have like one, maybe two lanes, but that's never been me, and it won't be me for as long as I do this. And you saw it for what it was, and I appreciate you. So this long rant
Nah,
is all just to say thank you, and thank you
listen.
again.
I tell y'all every day, man. I may not always be in every conversation, but I'm thankful for you guys because this is all coming together. This is the vision. You know what I mean? We're gonna talk more about it, bro, because it's something that my people knew what I wanted. You know what I mean? They see it. They see the enjoyment I'm getting out of this. Bringing people like you fam. We fam, bro. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for that, man. Once again, we're gonna tune in on Sunday for my brother Sosoon show. And happy birthday in advance. We're gonna be talking all the time. So soon. Yo, thank you, bro. Alright. I'm out at you, bro. Be safe, man. But yo, stay in the chat real quick, because I'm gonna wrap it up, man. But yo, thank y'all, man. That was my brother So Soon. We started a little so late. but we had a little bit some confusion. But nah, we got it right though, man, because I want to make sure I bring my peoples up right, you know. So once again, check the interview, check the show. Sunday is gonna be fire. I promise you that, because y'all missed, a lot of y'all missed what he did on that Sunday when he bodied that set. You know what I'm saying? Sitting down with his bodying it. You know what I mean? Trust me, I promise you, I'm putting it on me. Y'all gonna enjoy it. You know what I mean? So once again, shout out to my squad. Shout out to everybody that be showing up, showing love, and showing out, man. My Ghost Squad is here. We for real, man. And I told y'all, my job is to let y'all see what we got, to show y'all. Just like he said, he put any of us up against anybody out there, I do the same thing, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, check out our radio station, Regular Cat Radio. It's through iHeart. You know what I mean? You don't even got to subscribe to nothing. You go Google iHeart, you search Regular Cat Radio. If you got a problem finding it, DM me. Hit me up, because people are saying, "Oh, I can't find it," and I'm gonna lead you to it. My brother DJ is on my squad. He's gonna make sure I get the link right, so that you hit my bio, you hit anything we do, it's gonna be there. Because I promise you, you're gonna love what you hear. If you say you're tired of not finding dope music, I don't want to hear anybody say that if they haven't listened to our station. So shout out to my brother Phil from Tissue on the Tape. He just joined us. We about to tune out. But yo, thanks for joining us, man. Listen, check out Regular Cat Radio. Tomorrow we got a dope lineup of DJs once again. You know what I'm saying? We got my brother DJ Original True, Original DJ True. Pardon me, bro. Got that mix with the bangers with the Blim Brothers is gonna be fire. The Blim Bangers is gonna be on there. Of course, my man DJ Philly Phil. You know what I'm saying? He rocking it out. Check it in right now. My man DJ Juice 700 got the Black Friday mix. So when we tune out, I want to see our ratings. I want to see our listeners on Regular Cat Radio go up, because y'all want to hear real music. That's what we got for y'all. I got a special episode on Sunday. I'm going to drop the promo tomorrow. The reason it's Sunday because I'm very versatile according to the artist. Sometimes artists, their schedules work how they work. So that's why I told my brother Sosoon I might miss one, because I got the episode going to be Sunday at 2 p.m. But as long as Sosoon is not doing the underclass at 2 p.m., if he is, he's got to do it over. You know, brother Phil, the Ghost Squad is real, bro. We got things coming, man. Trust me when I tell you, you're going to enjoy everything we do, because Phil, respect heat holders. You see, I'm still rocking that hashtag all day, bro. We are family, B. Thank you for being there. Thank you. If y'all don't know, my brother Philmatic is one half of Tissue on the Tape podcast. Shout out to our brother Savad. Those are my big brothers in the podcast game. You know what I'm saying? They took me under their wing. They sheltered me out and showing the way. And along the way is how I met these dope brothers here too, my Ghost Squad. So shout out to everybody. Enjoy your Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Tune in to Sosoon set on Sunday. I promise you, tune in as many sets as you can. You're going to hear bangers and fire every time, all right? Shout out to y'all. Love y'all. Everybody stay up, all right? Be safe. One.